Masking is incredibly hard work, and it's completely exhausting. It's a little like improvising in drama, but everyone seems to automatically have a script, and I'm the only one who's trying to work out what's going on and how to respond. Masking takes a lot of mental effort. I have to think constantly about everything I'm doing. How am I holding my body? Are my arm movements okay? Is my face moving? Is my voice going up and down at the right points? When has the other person stopped talking, and so is it my turn? What am I replying with? And so on. Often I'm really aware of the fact I'm masking, and it's an active and conscious effort. Sometimes it feels a bit more surreal and automatic. It can be a bit like I'm watching myself do something very separate from myself. I can actually make myself jump with it and think things like, this is so weird. Why am I doing these things? Masking is protective. It's supposed to be a way of fitting in and surviving a social situation. I only do it when I'm uncomfortable. However, I find that I have to be the right amount of uncomfortable. If I'm too uncomfortable, I can't mask at all well. I'm too scared, and it's more like I'm a bit frozen and either do very little or I become very robotic in how I'm socialising. The longer I have to mask, the more tired I become. Then my masking performance starts to drop until I'm unable to do it, or I'm making big mistakes the whole time. After a situation where I've been masking, I'm so tired that I struggle to do anything. Even the most basic parts of daily life, like making myself some food. It's like I can't think properly anymore, and everything feels overwhelming. After a day of university or work, I used to come home and just need to sleep. Before a social situation, I spend a lot of time practicing how I might mask in my head. I try and run through every single social possibility so that I can practice it first. Which of course is impossible. I can never predict what's going to actually happen. I get incredibly anxious in the build-up to masking. And I think this attempt at preparation helps with this. After a session masking, I repeatedly think about everything that has happened and try and work out what went well and how I could improve in the future. I think about behaviours that the other person did and try and integrate them into my own masking performance, hoping to pull off a more realistic mask in the future. All of this is completely exhausting to do. For myself, I find that no matter how many times I do a specific social situation, my experience of it is always the same. I'm always just as anxious each time. It never feels like it gets any easier. It's always a lot of hard work during the exhaustion period afterwards. People say things like, if you keep doing it, you'll get used to it and it'll feel easier. I don't find this at all. If I keep doing it, it just makes me very unwell and unhappy. I can't sustain masking long term without breaks. If I have a lot of days where I have to do it, I start to become burnt out and my mental health drops massively. I dislike it when people say things like how well I've done in a social situation. What they actually mean is I did a good job of pretending not to be autistic, and they completely miss out the cost this has for me. I hate masking. I wish I felt comfortable just to behave like myself.